Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a piercing related video. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of those, am I right? In today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about why certain piercing practices are bad and dangerous. And there's going to be one specific thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video, and that is piercing runs. I can't say the actual name, but it rhymes with runs. It's done in Claire's, piercing runs. Can't say the actual, word that starts with a G because one, YouTube will demonetize me. YouTube will hide this video from everybody because of that word. So we're just gonna kind of make up our own little word for this. If I accidentally slip and say the actual word, then I guess I'll just bleep it. I don't really know. But recently I was watching YouTube videos, like I do 98% of the time, and I came across a video that Graveyard Girl did, and she was piercing her avatar baby's ears with a piercing run. And it was a really entertaining video. I really liked it, but it got me thinking like, oh my gosh, like I can't imagine how many young people must have ran out after that video and bought themselves a little piercing run kit. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to make a video talking about why these certain things are bad and dangerous for your ears, and I'm going to go over why. I'm not knocking her for doing that video. Like I said, I found it very entertaining. She was doing it on a doll, no big deal, right? But I just wanted to put out a video on YouTube talking about this specific thing and discussing why it is bad and dangerous. Number one thing about piercing runs, this sounds so silly to me, but just, G-U-N-S. So the number one thing about piercing runs is they are not sterile and they cannot be sterilized. You cannot use a piercing run and put it in an autoclave. That's just not realistic. That's not how it's done. You walk into a Claire's and you just saw little Betty get her ears pierced, and right when you sit on that chair, that same thing that was used on little Betty's ears are now going to be used on yours. You know what I'm saying? So they're not sterile. They're going to have other people's blood and bodily fluids on there, which can lead to a whole mess of problems, including infection, certain diseases like hepatitis, HIV, AIDS, all that kind of stuff. It's just not pretty. They're not safe. They're not sterile. They cannot be properly sterilized. The only way they would be sterile is if they literally used it, threw it away, and got out a brand new one. But even then, it's just not safe. It's not a good idea. It's bad. Another reason why piercing runs are not good is because 9 times out of 10, the person holding the little, I don't even know if I should do that. YouTube will probably is not a professional. They are not licensed. They do not have any certifications in bloodborne pathogens. They do not have any knowledge on piercings. They do not have any knowledge on how they work, heal, they don't know what they're doing, okay? The third reason why piercing runs are not a good idea is because the placement is almost never accurate. And what I mean by that is when you go to a professional piercer and you get your ear pierced with an actual needle, they know where to place it, they know how to place it, and the needle is just one fluid move. That looks so wrong. Through the body. As with the piercing run, you're pointing it a certain direction, you're putting all this force on it, and almost always when you get both of your ears done, they're not going to be even on both sides. I speak from personal experience because my first 3 lobes on both of my ears were done at Claire's when I was very young, before I had any knowledge about piercings in general. And literally almost every single one of my lobe piercings is just not placed correctly. They're spaced apart differently on both of my ears. It's very, very awkward. The people doing it don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're going to be angled this way, this way, this way. Like their placement is never accurate, okay? You want them to be even. That's what makes piercings appealing, is when you get them on both sides of your face or head, you want them to be even. You want them to be symmetrical. You want the placement to be good, because the better the placement that they are, the better chances that they are going to have to heal. And with a piercing run, you just can't get that. Number 4, and probably the biggest one, and probably the one that I should have talked about first, is the amount of tissue damage that is caused when you use a piercing run. Now, there is a reason why 100% of piercings nowadays are done with needles. Because needles are easier on the skin, they're hollow, they're meant to go through the body. It is one flush fluid movement all the way through. There's no resistance, there's no hard punching. When you use a piercing run on your ear, on your cartilage, your nose, or fuck, I've seen videos of people getting their belly button pierced with a piercing run. What the hell? You're doing that, it's almost like getting like a blunt force trauma, and when that goes through your ear, it's almost like shattering the tissue. Especially when you get it in your cartilage, you do run the risk of your cartilage completely shattering. We're gonna pretend that this piece of paper is your ear, right? And we're gonna pretend the stapler is a piercing run. When you have a piercing gun and you apply that really blunt force trauma to the ear, like that, I don't know if you could see what just happened there, but it completely ripped and shattered it right there. Now, if I had an actual piercing needle, I would show you an example with that. When you use an object really bluntly through a very delicate thing, it's going to shatter it. And it can also make the whole healing process very painful, uneven, and probably damn near impossible to heal correctly. And again, I know this from personal experience because I actually got one of my cartilage piercings done way back in the day, about 3 different times with a piercing run, and almost every single time they did not heal. I always got the very, very intense scar tissue, the really annoying, unsightly piercing bumps. That's another thing, is that the jewelry that is used on a piercing run is not correct. They are very dull, they're not long enough. Therefore, it's going to lead to a very, very uncomfortable, very painful, awful piercing experience. I remember each time I got my cartilage done with a piercing run, it never healed. It was always painful, it was always infected. And also, they're not long enough, meaning that you're not getting enough airflow to the piercing, and the piercing is going to swell. When you do get a new piercing, typically when you go to an actual professional tattoo shop and you get the jewelry for it, it's going to be quite long. It's going to be very awkwardly long, I guess you could say, but that's a good thing, because usually when you get a piercing a couple days after, it is going to swell like crazy, and you want the jewelry to be long enough to kind of accommodate that swelling, because if it's not, your ear could literally swell over top of the piercing and heal over top of it, and you just have to get it surgically removed. It has happened before, it'll happen again, but that's another reason why you should never ever go to Claire's in the mall and get your ears pierced. So just a little tip, if you are planning on going to get a piercing and you walk into a piercing shop and you look in the room and you see the piercer using a piercing run on anybody, run fast. Like I said, I've seen videos of piercers using piercing runs on ears, noses, lips, eyebrows, belly buttons. It's just, it's atrocious, okay? Like, if you want to talk about nightmares, that's a fucking nightmare right there. It's not okay. Piercing needles, they are worth spending the extra money on getting a piercing professionally done with a needle, because in the long run, you will be so thankful for it. Trust me. Even though you may look online and you see the prices of these little kits and the price may seem appealing and it's cheap, easy, fast, I can almost guarantee you that it will cost you way more money in the long run, as far as surgeries, if your ear decides to close up over the jewelry, doctor bills, your sanity. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see a video on YouTube of someone using one and it's like, oh wow, that's really easy, just because you can find them cheap online does not mean you should buy them. I honestly don't even know why they're still sold anymore, because like in what daily activity could you ever use that for? Because they're just not safe for you, you know what I'm saying? So yes, those are all of my little insights on why piercing runs are not good. It honestly felt so weird this whole video saying run instead of the real thing, but hopefully you guys knew what I meant. Hopefully I made sense. Hopefully I made some good points in this, and if you were considering going to get your ear pierced at Claire's, hopefully this video kind of swayed you from doing that. I highly encourage you to do your research on your shops, do research on your piercer. Even with tattoos, do your research on your tattoo artist if you're looking to get a tattoo. You know, what you're putting in your body and on your body definitely does matter, and in the long run, it will definitely make such a big difference. So please just do it the right way. That's really all I want, and I know a lot of you guys watching this video probably have a lot of horror stories for me about piercing runs, so if you have a story that you would like to share down in the comments to kind of educate other people, I highly recommend that you do that down below. Leave me a comment, tell me a story, and that way other people will see it as well and hopefully be swayed from going to get a piercing with the piercing run. Hopefully this was helpful. If you guys did find this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please go down and give this video a huge thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to my channel and this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, first of all, I just want to welcome you. Please consider subscribing by hitting that red subscribe button down below. I do upload every 3 to 4 days here on this channel, and we do a bunch of stuff, tattoo videos, head shaving videos, piercing videos, makeup videos, vlogs, dog videos, like you name it, we do it. So please consider subscribing. As for the rest of you, I love you guys so much. But until then, I will see you very soon in my next video. Remember to think before you stick, okay? I love you guys. Bye!